Hi everyone. Today let us discuss about India out of RCEP. Recently there was a news about India exiting RCEP. So what is RCEP? Why India came out of RCEP? And what will be the impact of this move on India in future? Let us see everything in detail. First let us see what is RCEP. RCEP means Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. It's a free trade agreement between 10 member states of ASEAN and 6 other members. In total, there will be 16 members. The 10 member states of ASEAN are Cambodia, Indonesia, Brunei, Laos, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines, Myanmar, Singapore and Thailand. And the other 6 partner countries are China, South Korea, Australia, Japan, India and New Zealand. So, in this kind of agreement, once this is signed, the trade between these member countries will be free. Usually, when a product is imported or exported from one country to another, there will be so many taxes or duties on that product like import duty or export duty, etc. For example, if we are importing a product of rupees 100 from China to India and we have that same kind of Indian product in our market for rupees 105, then Indian government will impose a duty on that product, let us say rupees 10. So when it comes to the Indian market, its cost will be 110 rupees. This is to make cost of Indian product in Indian market in balance with the imported product, so that indigenous products will get market along with the imported one. So now here by this free trade agreement, India will no longer impose any duties on the imported product. Hence, Indian products will cost 105 rupees and the imported Chinese product will be having 100 rupees itself. That is, Chinese product is more cheaper than Indian product. This will be a backlash for Indian producers. So, RCEP is such a kind of agreement between 60 member countries. They have started this negotiation from 2012, that is, it has been 7 years. Actually, this is a mutually beneficial economic partnership agreement, which means that it will be helpful to one another, and this covers trade in goods and services. So, if it is mutually beneficial, why India opted to exit RCEP? Let us check the reason. It is said that India wanted to protect the interest of its dairy farmers, MSME sectors and agricultural sector, because this agreement also includes countries like Australia, New Zealand, etc. These countries also have well developed dairy industries. So if we are signing the agreement, it may result in cheap import of milk from these countries to India, which may affect our farmers. That is one of the reasons. Likewise, there also will be a flow of cheap goods from member countries to India, mainly from China, which may result in loss of jobs, crippling the Indian economy. Another point is that India have high bilateral deficit with China. Actually, India's trade deficit with RCEP nation is $105 billion, out of which China alone account for about $54 million. And actually, India negotiated for safeguards but was not available. And it is said that India's key concerns were not addressed during that discussion. Also, it will be a setback for Make in India initiative of Indian government. If agreement is signed, cheap import will be more, which will lose market for Indian made product, which means that there will be no more room for Make in India initiative. Now let us see what will be the impact of this move. It will be against globalization. In this era of era of open border, closing one's gate for the trade will be considered as a move against globalization and a kind of protectionism. Another point is that even if we are opting out, it will have nothing to do with India's trade with other member countries, as it is already have a free trade agreement with almost all these member countries except New Zealand, Australia and China. So it is believed that it will not affect India much, and it will also affect India's Act East policy. as India is backing off from an opportunity to cooperate with the eastern countries. Now let us see the way forward. Instead of completely stopping the trade, India can negotiate a bit more for a better deal. Where India's concern would be addressed, it should be done both for trade as well as services, as India have a comparative advantage in case of service trade. Another thing is that we have already said there will be some job loss. So for that we can take some supplementary measures like skill training, so that it will make our people more competitive and will be able to stand up against these imported products. On one hand we will get good product from outside, and on the other side we will get our indigenous product at competitive price. So that's about the topic. Thank you.